today I'm going to show you how to use our infrared smoker roaster, and then I'm going to show you how to make some of our favorite recipes. So the first step is to take the Radiant drip tray and place it on the grill. The great thing about the Radiant drip tray is that it's going to collect all the grease and drippings from your foods as you cook it low and slow. It's also going to protect your grill from all that greasy mess. Next, you're going to take the roasting rack and you're going to place it over the back of the grill. Right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to medium. We're going to preheat it for about 10 minutes or so. Next up, we're going to do some smoked ribs on our infrared smoker roaster accessory. So we already have our Radiant drip tray directly on our grates, as well as the roasting rack on the grill. Now we're actually going to want to add some chips to the smoker roaster in order to give that wonderful, smoky, delicious flavor that you associate with smoked foods. So with the G-Sport grill, you can actually lay the chips directly on the grates underneath the Radiant drip tray. For our patio and Sterling patio grills, you're going to have a little bit of a channel in the front that you can lay the chips directly onto the grates right there, or you can use our chip corral in order to keep the chips corralled. And this wonderful accessory holds up to 5 cups of chips. It's fantastic for getting a lot of chips onto your grill without the mess of having to clean up those chips. So I'm just going to put the chips directly into the channel. When we're talking about smoking and roasting, you want to use different kinds of woods to impart different flavors for your food. When you're doing poultry or fish, I like to use apple or alderwood chips, which gives it a nice smoky flavor, light smoky flavor. When I'm working with ribs or beef, like what we're doing today, I like to use cherry or pecan wood. So I'm just going to put those chips right into the corral. Notice that I didn't have to pre-soak the chips. That's one feature of TEC grills, is that you don't have to do that because you're just going to turn it on and it's going to start smoking the chips right away. And go ahead and close the hood, and we're going to preheat the grill on medium for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, while it's preheating, you're also going to start to see hopefully a little wisp of smoke coming out from the chip corral. And meanwhile, while we wait for that to preheat, we can go ahead and get our ribs ready. And I'm just using my favorite spice rub on my ribs today. You can use just about anything, just salt and pepper if you like, or any of your favorite rubs. One thing to keep in mind though is if your rub has a little extra sugar in it, it's actually going to caramelize on the ribs much nicer and give you that really crisp brown coating on the outside. So just give it a good rub all over the ribs. So now you can see that we actually have some smoke coming out of our grill here from the wood chips. So now we're actually going to put the ribs directly onto the smoker roaster accessory grates and then close the hood. It's going to take about 75 to 90 minutes for the ribs to smoke. You might need to replenish the chips about halfway through the cooking time. If need be, just dump some more chips right in the front in that chip corral, and that's all there is to it. You can go ahead and turn it down to low and walk away and come back and check on it in just a few minutes. So let's take a look and see how they're doing. Oh, look at that. You can see the smoke billowing over our ribs, basting them that wonderful smoky flavor. At this point, if you like, you can go ahead and give the ribs a rub with your favorite sauce. Barbecue sauce, soy sauce, any kind of sauce that you like. You can really get creative and use your imagination when you're making ribs. And I'm just going to cook these for just another minute or two, just until that sauce kind of solidifies and just gets a little bit of a crust on it. So we can go ahead and close the grill for just a minute, just to keep all that smoke in there. So we've basted our ribs with a little bit of sauce there, and now we're ready to pull our ribs off. How do I know when ribs are done? And actually, for any of your meats that you're cooking, temperature is really the most accurate way to know when your food is done. There are definitely some cues that you can see, especially with ribs. You can start to see the rib bones starting to peek out there at the end. Getting yourself an instant read thermometer or a digital thermometer is really the best way to tell. You just need to insert the thermometer into the meat, and for ribs you're going to want to go to about 160 to 170 degrees. Let's go ahead and pull them off and slice them up, and we are ready to eat.